every time she comes, she brings all the joy in the world. And today, she literally brought joy. It is Whitney Reynolds. It is Whitney's Women, and it's joy today.
Yes, it is. And you're right. I came skipping in when I knew Joy was joining me on Whitney's Women. We also have Boris because we don't want to leave our man friends out. And so today we have a little bit of everything in the studio, but I'm so pumped to introduce you all to this Joy because you are working with an organization that's making a huge impact in Chicagoland with the autistic community.
Yes.
And so welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So, April 2nd is approaching, and I hate to say it, but my birthday is April 3rd, but that's not what we're here to talk about. April 2nd is a big day because it is Autism Awareness Day.
Yes.
And tell us about Esperanza and everything you do for the autistic community here in Chicagoland.
Yeah, sure. So Esperanza Community Services, we serve adults and children with autism and intellectual disabilities. The programs that we offer are a school. We have a therapeutic day school for kids 5 through 21. We have adult programs. We have a residential program, adult day program, and some in-home and a fantastic art studio.
Wow, that's a lot going on. So how did all these programs get established?
We were established actually 50 years ago, so we're celebrating our 50th anniversy this year.
You have a birthday too.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, it's not Joy's birthday, but it's Esperanza. I'm like,
Esperanza's
you are not near 50, girl.
Thank you. We were started by founder Guadalupe Reyes. She had a son with a developmental disability and started a school. So as the kids in our school grew up, as did Esperanza. So then we evolved to the adult services as well.
That is so neat. And Boris, I don't want to leave you out. You're sitting over here looking so cute. I wish everyone just could see. I mean, we're sitting so close right now with the microphone.
I love it. It's a family affair.
Yeah, it's like a little family right here. I know. And so with that, now Boris, you have a fashion show coming up next week, and you give back to Esperanza. So I wanted to hear a little bit about your fashion show and how fashion and charity can collide.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. Yes, I have a show next Sunday, the 24th, and I'm super excited about introducing my new collection. And I've worked with Esperanza in the past. It's just like a little family there, and it's so important, their mission, and to be a part of that mission. But they also are very gung-ho and excited to be a part of my mission, which is also serving the community and giving a little bit of like beauty and love back into Chicago through the fashion.
That is so neat. And you're right. Like you were saying, whenever you're doing fashion shows year after year, you have a lot of different organizations to give to. Why did you choose Esperanza?
Actually, it was just kind of like we were chosen to be together. It was so organic how we came about. Wouldn't you say, Joy?
Yes, absolutely.
It really was. I was doing a street festival, fashion show at a street festival years ago, and one of the partners at Esperanza just happened to just walk by, saw my booth, and just came over and she's like, "Who are you and what are you doing? What's going on?" And it was pouring down rain, and she still just took the time to get to know me, my product, and she had her fiance with her at the time, who actually heads up Esperanza.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and he was just, it was so funny, he was just in the distance, just kind of like letting Mary Lisa do her thing. And then fast forward, she became a client, became a good friend, and just organically, the two of them were in my showroom and asked me to just be a part of Esperanza. And I'm so accustomed to doing a lot of charity, like at least like 12 different organizations a year that I try and be a part of. But this was the first time that an organization came to me after getting me on board to be a part of their charity event and then said, "What can we do for you?"
Oh, wow.
And that was so moving and touching for me as an artist trying to get my name and my product out there, that someone of their stature and what they're doing for the community wanted to embrace me and bring me a part of the community and help grow mine as well.
Oh, that's amazing. And so how do you do that? So for our listeners today that are tuning in and they're like, okay, I want to get involved. How did they do that? How did you take Boris and now get him hooked in forever?
Life.
Exactly. And we have a lot of ways to get involved. And like Boris's, story is, it happened organically, and we just formed that relationship because at Esperanza, we believe in community. We believe, we are a part of community, and we should contribute as well. So partnering with Boris and other artists, other organizations, and we want to give back as well, but and be part of the community. And we really encourage our artists, our participants, to be part of their community as well.
So how do people sign up to get involved, to volunteer? Or do you have volunteer opportunities?
Absolutely. We have volunteer that's very customized. We can have organizations come in and help us for maybe a day of volunteering. We invite folks to come and see what we do, get to see the classrooms. So we have lots of ways. We have one-time volunteer opportunities. We have ongoing. The art studio, folks can come and volunteer. So please come visit our website. Contact us and we can set up some opportunities.
Yeah, so 50 years, the 50-year anniversary is coming up. You're having a big gala. Now, it seems to me, and Brady, I don't know if you're with me on this, but I've recently heard so much about autism in the last, I would say, 10 years. But it sounds like you were almost ahead of the times. Like, how have you been able to handle now the number of people that are being diagnosed?
Yeah, and it is increasing. And so, what we do specifically in working with the kids, we help them find a voice. So we work with more significant kids with autism. So whether it's helping them communicate or maybe overcome some challenging behaviors that are barriers to learning. And then beyond that, we work with the family because we know it's not just the student, it's not just the adult, it's the family unit that we really want to support.
Oh, that is amazing. And so, Boris, again, tell us about the fashion show coming up. People can actually come to that, and you get back to Esperanza. So tell us about it.
Absolutely, please. Okay, so about the show, it's next Sunday at the Drake Hotel. Doors open at 1 p.m. You can go to my website for ticket information, which is borispaul.com. There's 2 R's in Boris and 2 L's in Paul. So BORISPOWELL. So borispaul.com.
You sound like you have your own little jingle going on. I mean, that's such a Chicago thing. It's like, Boris.
But please come out and support the arts, and you're giving back to the artists, myself, and then the community here, Chicago, and then let's just see what we have here. We have so much going on here in the city of Chicago through the arts, and this is why it's so great to be paired back with Esperanza, because they focus on the arts. And as an artist, I didn't have that outlet growing up. So it's really imperative that I can pair back with communities like this and be a voice that can give that sort of an opportunity to someone else that I didn't have.
I want to see what you're talking about. So what about these? What are your socials so we can take a peek here, a little sneak peek?
Oh, I love it.
I'm a visual guy.
Yeah.
Even though I'm on the radio, I'm a visual guy.
Well, you look great today.
You look
for everybody
fantastic.
wondering.
You look fantastic.
Keep going.
Okay, my Instagram is Boris Paul Designs. That's an S at the end of the design. So Boris Paul Designs for Instagram. My Facebook is Boris BJP Powell. And then borispaul.com is my website. Listen to everything else as well.
Well, and it's amazing because, I know he's not my woman of the day. Obviously, Joy is. But with the arts in Chicago and being a fashion designer, we lose a lot of it to New York sometimes. And I don't ever want to lose Boris. So I am so thankful that he keeps his shows here and that he keeps doing fashion here in the city and keeps giving back in the city.
I love this city.
Yeah.
I love the city, and the city seems to love me. And so as long as we continue loving one another, I'm here.
Wow.
It's great.
And how do we get tickets to your gala coming up?
Sure. Our website is esperanzacommunity.org. We've got contact information. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram as well.
And so that's coming up in May. In April, it's Autism Awareness Day. People can also follow you and find out how to get involved, volunteer for that. And then you have the fashion show next week. Thank you both for coming on.
I'm feeling all the love, Whitney.
I am too.
And big, lovely moments right now.
You know what? I am like on the edge of my seat right now because his fashion show is the day before, and then the next day I launch my new season. So we are just rolling in to goodness. Yeah, we are in season 9. I'm going to quit saying what season I'm in as of next year because I'm sounding like I'm getting really old. So, but I am so thankful to be bringing another season to Chicagoland. We just announced that we got another market, so you can now find us in 6 states. So, and I feel like the little engine that could, and Chicago's always been the best home base for me as well. Such a supportive community. So we have a premiere party coming up at the J. Parker rooftop. It's going to be a very nice. I love it when people send me ticket requests because some people are writing, I want to come to your soiree. Well, really, guys, it's a viewing party and live after show.
A little more fancy than a soiree.
Yes,
a little more.
Yeah. So you can wear whatever your heart desires, but we'd love to have you there. And you can get tickets at whitneyreynolds.com. You can watch us every Monday at 6:30 on Lakeshore PBS as our home base here in Chicago.
Wow. Always amazing stuff, Whitney Reynolds. We'll talk to you next month for another
Yes.
Whitney's Women. And oh, by the way, happy birthday.
Oh,
Early birthday coming
I
up.
know.
That's coming up.
I'm throwing double threes.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. 33.
Wow, that's a fun one.
It is. Yeah, it seems like a fun number.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Right.
I'll be
Well,
back
We'll have to party that
as
day
an older woman.
Thanks so much, Whitney.
Thank you.
For more information, check out WhitneyReynolds.com or get social with us. Twitter @Whitney Reynolds or on Facebook, The Whitney Reynolds Show.